Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your source for Second Amendment news. If you're a resident of Massachusetts, you're going to be interested in this one. There are some bills that have finally been scheduled for public hearings in their committees that I honestly thought were going to die in the committees that they're assigned to. I'll give you some details on them momentarily, but they're good ones. They are the attempt in Massachusetts to legalize suppressors and also to finally legalize tasers and electronic weapons, stun guns, just like the Supreme Court said when they destroyed Massachusetts in the Caetano versus Mass case, which applied the Second Amendment to tasers, stun guns. So here's some information. I'll put a link to each one of these in the description. These public hearings are taking place July 18th and July 19th. That's Tuesday and Wednesday, obviously 2017. So there are a couple bills to support and a couple bills to oppose. If you can make it to these meetings, that would be fantastic. They're at the State House in Boston. I'll have a link in the description. The first two that are taking place Tuesday the 18th are up for hearing at the Joint Committee of the Judiciary. And they're going to listen to multiple bills that day. The hearings are going to start at the State House in room A1 Alpha 1, and they will begin at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The notable bills that we're here talking today, again, sorry for the shake, I'm in the living room using my hand tripod here. Two bills that we all should be supporting here in Massachusetts, H763 and H789. They are put forth, 763 put forth by Representative Josh S. Cutler out of Plymouth, Democrat. And H789 by Representative Paul K. Frost, Republican out of Worcester. They're both very similar bills which would legalize firearm suppressors possession in the Bay State. They both would repeal the current prohibition for the use and possession of silencers and suppressors and replace the removed section of the law with a provision that would allow the possession of these devices by law-abiding citizens. The Massachusetts Hearing Protection Act. Yes, I know. But we need to make the phone calls and make our voices heard. Now, the next one that we should be in favor of and support is H769, and that is an act permitting the purchase and possession of electronic control weapons by abused persons for defensive purposes. And this was filed by David F. DeCosti. And this is going to authorize those who take out restraining orders against people to be able to carry a taser or a stun gun to defend themselves. This is basically directly addressing the Caetano case. That case involved someone of a domestic relationship who was given a taser by a friend, domestic abuse relationship, and she was later stopped with that on her person, and that directly led to the ass reaming that the Supreme Court gave the state of Massachusetts. Now the next two take place the next day, Wednesday, July 19th, 2017, and those will take place in the Joint Committee on Public Safety and Homeland Security, and these will be at the State House in room Alpha 2, A2, and they will begin at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard. And the big one that you should take note on this committee that we would like to see move on, obviously, is H2492. And this bill was penned by Representative Colleen Gary, who's a Democrat. So we've got some good bills, pro-Second Amendment bills filed by Democrats. Hey, I don't know. I'm trying to remain optimistic. Let's see. Now, what H2492 is looking to do is totally eliminate and repeal Mass General Law Chapter 140, Section 131J, which was the law and section that made tasers and stun guns and electronic weapons illegal here in Massachusetts. Just to wipe it away, just like the Supreme Court said almost 2 years ago now, when they said the Second Amendment applies to tasers and electronic weapons and stun guns. So the fact that we haven't moved fast enough in some states drives me nuts, but here it is, finally. These are the bills we need to get on them about that haven't had a hearing yet, but they need to hear us. The first is HB 3081. This is the Massachusetts version of the Extreme Risk or Extreme Violence Protection Order. It's a step above restraining order. The only thing it does is take away somebody's Second Amendment right for life. And it's not just brought on by a victim, a police officer, and a judge. It can be brought on by a whole bunch of people who don't even belong in the process. Third-party allegations can remove constitutional rights, and the evidentiary standard is much less than it would take if you were in a court of law. They're specifically looking to take away a civil right with third-party information. That cannot be allowed to happen, yet it's happening across this country. You saw my video earlier today. Michael Bloomberg has personally financed 20 different states to introduce this type of bill to. This is the Massachusetts version. Make the calls. HB 3081 has to stop. These next two bills I need everybody to jump on because they are looking to address Maura Healey, our Attorney General, and remove the power that she has over firearms regulation, and to basically wipe out, and to absolutely wipe out the assault weapon ban that she created July 20th of 2016. They are S1322 and S1316. S1322 is sponsored by Senator Don Humison, who's a Republican out of Second Hampden and Hampshire counties here in Massachusetts, and it's looking to remove the Attorney General's authority to regulate firearms and would repeal the previous regulations put forth by her. The second one, S1316, sponsored by Senator Ann Goby out of Worcester, and would look to eliminate the term copy from the statute, thereby eliminating the premise behind Attorney General Healey's actions. Wipe it clean, like she never even frickin' existed. Again, make the calls on these. S1322, S1316, links in the description. Now this one is also sitting in the Joint Committee on the Judiciary. Call them. Well, I'll have a link for that as well in the description. I'll have a link for every bill I talked about, and ways to get a hold of these people. It'll all be in the description. I'll try to make it as easy as possible. I just need you to do your part. Make the calls, send the emails, get on these people. We need to join together and get our frickin' rights back. The opportunity is here. We have representatives who have put forth bills, listening to us. Tasers, squashing the Extreme Risk or Extreme Violence Protection Order. Getting suppressors here in Massachusetts to be legal, and destroying A.G. Healey and her tyrannical rule over firearms. I hope you like this information. It's been a long day, but I thought I would get this to you in a timely fashion. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you haven't joined this channel, please subscribe. You're going to get this information here faster than you will anywhere else, as long as I'm on my game that day. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon. Take care, everybody. Some good news.